Hello crafty friends, this is the Paper Chef here. Today I launched a course called Labels and Mail Merge, and I think that it could benefit all of you crafters. Whether you're a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and want to expand your business, whether you're a hobby crafter and want to label your items, or whether you're any kind of collector or small business owner, this labels course will help you become more efficient. I want to go over in this video the 4 sections of my new course and show you visual examples of how I use labels in my business. And then finally, I'll offer you a coupon so you can get this course for only $9.99, and I'll explain what's included as far as the downloads inside of the course. Okay, the course is offered at Udemy. It's my 3rd course I offer at Udemy. I've been on the platform for over a year, and I have 2 brother ScanNCut courses on the platform, and they've had a lot of enrollment over the last year, and I continue to update them as the year goes on, and I plan on offering a 3rd brother ScanNCut course this summer using the new DX machine. Okay, so let's get started. There are 4 sections of my course. In the first section, I teach you how to create labels using text. Okay, text-based labels are really easy to make, and I show you how to create the labels, and all you need to do this course is Microsoft Word. I use Office 365, but any version of Word will do. And you just need blank labels. You put the blank labels into your printer, and you follow along with my steps, and you print stickers. And if you're thinking, yes, can you make other stickers for your journals and for your other items? Yes, of course you can. For your collection, do the labels all have to be the same? No, I'll get to that. I have another section of the course. Okay, so the first section of the course, I teach you how to create full pages of text-based labels. I use these for my survival kit, which I send to my customers during the annual catalog mailing. Okay, I use these for samples when I do the occasions catalog mailing. I use it to promote my business. Okay, so those are text-based labels. Let me show you examples of just text-based labels only. And without looking at the graphic, these are the text-based labels. I label when something is a last chance product, which stamp set I used, and I give samples out. Okay, and so this is an example of text-based labels. Okay, this is a stamp set that's retiring. And by the way, it is last chance, and I'll have links to my store in the description. Okay, other text-based labels, I've been using these for probably about at least 5 years now, because my Hershey Nugget treats are the best sellers at craft fairs. And there's another reason you would want to use labels. If you sell things in an actual store or an Etsy store or craft fairs, you could label your products. One thing I always do with my Hershey Nugget treats is I always say they contain nuts. That's very important because these little candies are a little piece of heaven, and they contain nuts. Okay, every year I send out Hershey Nugget treats with the catalog. Last year I used the annual of the 5 in colors, and this year the colors I'm going to show you right now. You get a little sneak peek of what my customers get. You can be one of my customers too and get some really awesome goodies in the mail. Okay, so I'm trying to showcase the in colors. And what's nice about Stampin' Up! In colors is every year there's 5 of them. And the color scientists, I'm not sure if we'll call them color scientists, the graphic artists at Stampin' Up! Made sure that the colors coordinate very well together. They're in the same color families. Okay, and then I used a stamp set that's been around since this year, and it'll be around next year, and some faceted gems. And I'm giving these out with this, and that's what I use the labels for. And this is a new color, Seaside Spray for the trays. It's a type of cardstock. And this is in color designer series paper. All of these items are going to be coming out in June in the new catalog. And I'm talking about, in case you're watching this years from now, my course will still be on Udemy because courses on Udemy never expire. However, I'm talking about June 2019 as far as these in colors. Okay, other samples, and if you're one of my subscribers to my YouTube channel, you've seen me create a lot of these samples. And another example of the text-based labels are when I create samples, I put on the back what stamp set I used. Something new this year, though, is I'm putting the page number and which catalog. Because last year I did the same thing, more samples, and I didn't put the page number. And I guess people did ask me later. Okay, more samples. Okay, also in my survival kit, never mind, I'm not going to show that because I don't want to ruin the surprise for customers. I have a whole entire survival kit. Okay, other examples of text labels are when I give out samples of like ribbon and things. So Nature's Twine, let me show you what I mean about making labels. If you were to just show someone, hey, this is nature's twine. Even if I go to a workshop, when I have a workshop in person. Or if you say, oh, this is nature's twine, look how it goes together, look what you can do with it. It just looks better. It's on an actual tag, so it actually looks better. So I label things like that. I label ribbons. This is all still text-based labels. This is just the first part of my course. This is what I teach you how to do. And then I teach you how to find and replace. So you can actually just take, okay, here we have mini stripe ribbon. And then I have, this is leaf ribbon. And I show you how to find the words and replace them. So you don't have to retype everything all the time on a whole page of labels. Okay, not every customer is going to get every sample. I'm giving away a lot of things. I spoil my customers, but everybody gets like, some kind of sample of each kind of category. Okay, I have categories like sweets. I'm trying to showcase the suites of products. So this is a suite of products. Follow your art. I've been working on this for a very long time, this project, as you can imagine. Okay, so these are text-based labels. And a couple more, and then I'm going to move on to graphics-based labels. So these are this little piggy. My favorite stamp set. Okay, this little piggy. All right, so then the next section of the course. So that was section 1 of the label making course. The course is over 2 hours of video and lots of downloads as well. And I worked very hard on the course and filming every step of the way what you need to do with the software. The second part of the course, I show you how to create labels, same thing, same concept, but using graphics inside your labels. Okay, so an example of this would be for this is my website. This is so when I say created by, I put that on the back of a card, and you probably saw that at the very beginning. When I put who I created by, and that's where I'd use the graphics. You could put your logo, or you could do something I do for craft fairs. This is something very popular at craft fairs. I have snowman soup, and it contains, let's see, hot cocoa. I couldn't make one because it's actually like too hot to find all the stuff. But you put hot cocoa there, candy canes, a nice colorful straw, some Hershey Kisses, and you put it in a cute bag with cute ribbon, and you have snowman soup, and it sells really well. And it also is part of my Christmas care packages as well. So I showed how to make these. Okay, now we're talking about text-based labels, but with graphics added. You could even put these on larger labels. I teach you how to format your labels. What if you have a larger label with only 6 per page? I show you how to put graphics onto the labels. What if you want to replace this with another image? I provide you my files, okay? I provide you everything. So you would have the Microsoft Word document, and then you could open it up, and you can replace the label, the logo, with your logo, and then type what you want to type. And boom, you put your paper in, and it sticks. And I have an example of that, or a couple examples of that. So this is my occasions catalog, and on the back I put these labels. Okay, this is my what is this about? This is about joining Stampin' Up, the brochure I put in with Happy Mail to my customers, and I put my labels on the back. Okay, I put them on the back of annual catalogs, and that's what's part of my survival kit, is giving out the annual catalogs, the very thick catalogs. Of course, I don't have them yet. I'm still waiting for them in the mail, which is a good thing. It gives me more time to work on my survival kit. Okay, part 3 of the course. I did make an example of this. So part 3 of the course has to do with something called mail merge. If I'm losing you right now and you're going, oh, she's too techie for me, I teach you every step of the way. If you can open up Microsoft Word and start a document, then you can take this course. I will get you from the point of opening up a blank document to be able to do this. And before you're thinking, oh, she's showing customer addresses. They're all fake addresses. I found a really cool app online, and it's called a fake address generator, and it lets you practice with fake addresses, so I don't have to use my real customer addresses. But as you can see, I just generated these. This is an example here, and you can just peel them off, and you can slap them on an envelope. And I actually have a different kind of label maker as well, but I'm just showing you that you could do this as well. I do this for my Christmas letters and things. I make labels. Slap them off, put them on an envelope, and mail out something. And you could take your entire address book. I give you a set of 30 addresses, and I teach you how to make labels, generate them automatically, and into a document, and then you can print them. Imagine if you had hundreds of addresses and you just wanted to make labels for all of them. You can do that using mail merge. All right, so mail merge doesn't actually have to always do with mail. There's a really cool thing you can do, and that is take graphics and text and add them to images, and add them together to create labels. So in the fourth part of my course, in the last section of my course, I teach you what's called mail merge with graphics. I worked very, very hard on this project, and you're going to get all of these color swatches for free inside the course, because I give every color swatch away that I worked hard on. I created all of these color swatches using hexadecimal values. Don't worry about what that means. You don't have to worry. You don't have to make them. I created every piece, every graphic for you, and I'm going to show you how you would use these in your business or in your hobby if you're into Stampin' Up! Products, okay? So this has 60 colors. You have the in colors. These are the 5 new in colors that I'm showcasing in this mailing, in this catalog mailing. These are the colors that are still good for another year, and I'm showcasing these as well because these are still in for another year. These happen to be for 2 years, these first 5 colors. Then I take the colors that are recently retiring, because you know how I roll. I use every kind of product. I use powder pink all the time for my little piggies, and I'm going to showcase some of those and say, last chance, because these colors are going away June 3rd. So they're no longer available. And then we start with, starting here, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then starting here are color families, or color, there's a name for those, collections, color collections. And I get into like the brights and the different color collections and the regals and the subtles. They're called subtles. And then I leave a couple that you can color in blank, or you can even make a whole page of these using the tools I give you. And you can even play a color game. Guess the color, color it in. Or even if you're trying out your markers and you're like, oh, I wonder if the light mango melody would look okay with this, and you can fill in these little circles. You can make pages of these actually as well. All right, so let me show you now to finalize my examples of this label course. Okay, what you can do with these, because actually I let my entire team take this for free, and the first person who took it started the course just today, or before they even started the course, when I showed them, hey, this is a label making course, this will help you. And they're like, well, what would I do with those? Okay, and so I'm showing you what you can do with these labels. Oh, okay, I get it, that's cool. You can label your collections. Okay, so here's what I'm doing. So I have the in colors, okay, and I have swatches of paper, and of course, yes, I cut them with my brother ScanNCut. These what do we call them? These tags. Here, it's better to see it this way. Okay, how they coordinate. Okay, and I cut them with the brother ScanNCut, and then I have all these little, and I can show how I did that sometime. Maybe I can. I'm not promising. It's very time consuming. But so here are the colors, and they're highlighted plus a piece of ribbon. Okay. Another way you can highlight the colors is, instead of marking the stamp set on the back of your samples, you can mark, this is in color paper from last year, and you can mark the kind of color it was, Call Me Clover. And what's nice about doing that is that, and you can even do this for yourself, just for fun, is it's nice because you're like, oh, that designer series paper goes good with the cow, or whatever. Cows go good with anything because they're neutral colors. But you can just see how things go together. And here's another example. So this one has glitter on it. This little cow just made this one. Blueberry bushel. And then I put the little, what's it called? Lovely lipstick, because lovely lipstick goes with blueberry bushel, because it's one of the 5 in colors in that collection. And all the collections are labeled, because I give you the Excel spreadsheet as well, with all the colors typed out that I typed out. And then this is the same Nature's Twine again, and where I still write Nature's Twine. But then I put down the Grapefruit Grove, which color swatch I'm using. And finally, this will appeal to the collectors the collectors that are viewers. So you collect things, and so do I. I collect cardstock. I collect designer series paper. I'm as much of a crafter as a craft collector. And I really do have a hard time trying to remember the color names. And and the punch names. I'm always going on, my videos like, oh, what's the name of this punch? So I even label my punches. Another story, but I label them with a brother labeler. But anyway, these color labels, which everybody gets to download in the course, because I provide these for you in the course, they will help you in your collections. So you can get little envelopes, put your cardstock in, then you can save not just the cardstock, but your little scraps of cardstock, your card bases, and you can label your collections of cardstock. Because what happens to me is I forget the names of the colors, and then I buy things over and over again that I already own, and I'm like, why do I have 3 packs of that cardstock and not enough of this other? So, I mean, I plan on using these a little more this year to straighten out my own collection. All right, well, I hope you'll enroll in my course. There is a coupon for $9.99, and the discount coupon. And if you're going to enroll, it's good to use the coupon because, I don't know if you know this, but instructors on Udemy, we don't really make much when somebody else finds our course, which is great. I'm glad other people find our course, like online. But if they just kind of stumble upon your course, then Udemy keeps like the majority of the funds, which is fine. I mean, I would have never found those people. They just stumbled upon my course. But if you, my viewers of YouTube, take my course and you use my coupon, then I would get the majority of that, of tuition. And it's discounted anyway. And I'm doing it really of labor of love because this course took like hundreds of hours to really prepare for and create. But anyway, I just would love for you to enroll in it and to become a techie crafter. And let me know what else you'd like me to include in my courses because I do update them periodically for my students. So thank you, and I hope you'll check out my new course on Udemy. This is the Papered Chef.